Like my phone literally falls through the cracks so easily.
I don't go for mushrooms, but
So you don't what?
go for mushrooms.
Let's just tell my story first.
The love simulation was a big discussion. Were you there?
I wasn't there. No. Yeah, that was the first one I went to, and I remember we took up that whole that like he really like made you remember lines by reusing them.
Y'all know this is his debut novel?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. This is his debut.
Yeah, weather was big for him. He really used that as a way to set the tone.
I didn't know if y'all had any thoughts before reading the book, what you thought open water meant going into it, and if that had changed as you were reading. I just got back from my romance book club that I host. We read Open Water by Caleb Azuma Nelson, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but something that I want to do differently with my romance book club is selecting books that have kind of a romance subplot or undertone to it rather than just reading contemporary romance in my romance book club, because I think it can become redundant if we're just reading the same type of romance, but also there's just so much more to romance and love stories. And this is great. This is a literary fiction with like romance as a secondary genre advertised to it, but everyone that attended loved this book, and I love this book, and I think this might be one of my top reads for the year. So I'm done reading this. I'm currently reading The Lion Woman of Tehran by Marjan Kamali. This book is actually the book club pick for this Read Around the World book club that my friends are hosting. So they are meeting tomorrow, and I'm only like 70 pages in, but I'm listening to the audiobook alongside the book, and according to the audiobook, there's only about like a few hours of reading time because I'm listening at like 2.2 speed while reading this.
Bullets flying in the air.
And I look at how cool this is. This looks cool too.
It does.
It's still Saturday, but it is 9:30 p.m. so I'm going to finish up, do some chores, get ready for the rest of the night while listening to The Lion Woman of Tehran. I think I'm on chapter 22 or something like that. I wish Libro FM would tell you what chapters the tracks are rather than just listing track 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever. But I have 3.5 hours left, so maybe I can listen to like another hour tonight. I kind of want to talk about something that's been on my brain, but recently, and not recently, it's been like this for the last maybe like 5 years, but I have been like, man, do I want to delete TikTok for one, and then other days I'm like, I want to delete Instagram. I don't think Instagram is going to go away for me because it is a great resource, and a lot of like small businesses and things use Instagram really well. And as long as I'm like hosting silent book clubs and things like that, I'm gonna have to use things like Instagram. But TikTok, it's so annoying, but it is the only platform that pays me any money. I only make like $10 a month, and I say only, but I haven't spent any of the money that I've made from TikTok yet. One, because I'm scared of like spending money and then having to like pay taxes on it later. I don't know anything about paying taxes on it. on the money that I've made from TikTok. So I'm in this like headspace of like, do I want to spend this time making content that isn't really going, not that it's not going anywhere, like I've had great opportunities of course pop up, but I don't know, a part of me wants to like pull back a little bit, and if I only had like my YouTube to focus on, then maybe I would be making more videos. I don't know. I'm not gonna make any rash decisions anytime soon. Anyway, I pulled off the camera because I came back from book club today. We read The Lion Woman of Tehran by Marjan Kamali, and it was a really great discussion. I listened to the last like 20 minutes of the audiobook. I read most of this on audio actually, and so I'm gonna count it as an audiobook, but I listened to the last 20 minutes in the bookstore or in the coffee shop that we were meeting at, and I don't know, I loved this, and I'm glad that I got to talk to some books about this story. And I think the timing of reading The Lion Woman of Tehran was scary perfect timing. I do have a stack of books in front of me because I selected some books that maybe I would read this week. I started reading Descended, Searching for My Gullah Geechee Roots by Keith Rushing. This is a memoir. It is pretty short. It's a lot of research, which I don't think that's what I really want right now, and I think that's why I stopped reading, but it is something I'll come back to this month. And then I feel like I need to start Song of Solomon. Like, I should probably read Song of Solomon. This looks like it's gonna be a dense read. Maybe I'll start this tonight, but I also want to read Long Eye. This is a poetry book. There's a line on here. It says, as she explores the intersection of science, poetry, and mythology, Mabel also seeks to depict Black familial bonds and societies structured against them. Woven through the book is the voice of a mermaid reminding us that every underwater being exists in relation. So I think I'll start this, because I do want to send it off to a friend and have her annotate this. I just think this would be like fun to read with someone else. Song of Solomon, I think I'll read. This is literally quite a heavy book. Like, I'm holding it and it's heavy. I also have Parable of the Talents, Octavia Butler. This is like hit after hit after hit, right? So this is why I feel kind of paralyzed on what I want to read next. Parable of the Talents, and then I also have Grace Lee Boggs's Living for Change autobiography. But anyway, so let's see what I end up reading tonight. But I'm gonna do an Instagram story because I love talking about what I'm reading on Instagram. Happy Monday. This is the outfit. I just changed the second time today. This morning I spent some time updating my Pango account because we're getting rid of all these books because we are moving. It is 1:15, so I should eat lunch before my 2 p.m. meeting, and then I'm going to my library friends of the library meeting tonight, and I think I might take you along with me. I learned somewhere that electrolyte water, you can literally just recreate it with lemon or lime and a pinch of salt. So I opened this lemon up this morning and we're gonna use the rest of it. This is some salt from Okinawa that my mom got me. I feel like I could use a hydration. Quickly, let's see, I'll quickly cook dinner, pack that up, quickly go to, wait, now I'm confused on what time my meeting is. Ooh, I love Claire Saffitz. She was, did you ever watch the Bon Appetit videos?
That was pizza. I thought that was deep dish.
You know what, this is my version of pizza. World Trout, it's a gut. Oh yeah. Chocolate caramel tart. Very handy. I'm sitting right by my screen door, so if you hear the birds and the natures and all of the other soundscapes, enjoy it. I wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been knitting, and I think this has literally been at least a month in the works. I knit my first sock, and it's not perfect. There's a lot of character to it. I made a lot of mistakes, but let's talk about it. This is the Summerlee School of Sock, like I'm So Basic sock pattern. It was free on Ravelry, and there are video tutorials with the pattern. So originally I think this is like a longer sock, but I didn't want to make a long sock, so this is about 1/2 inch of a cuff. This cuff I think is about 1/2 inch, and then you have leg, and this you can definitely see all of the little mistakes. Like I was like, at a certain point, let me just incorporate the mistakes rather than try to be a perfectionist, because that's what was taking me so long. I think I've restarted this sock at least 30 times, and at some points I did like cut where I was in the project, but you can see this mistake here, the heel part. I think I lost count of some of my stitches here. Heel turn was perfect, honestly, but then the part that I think I really messed up on was the gusset, or the gusset decreases. So it looks very angular, and I was supposed to do a knit round after each decrease round, and I totally did not do a knit round after each decrease round, whatever. And then I got to the very end, and then my needles fell out, or like slipped out of my stitches, and that messed me up pretty bad. But this is what, hold on, let's focus. This is what the toes look like. Honestly, I think I'm gonna put this on. I think I have like the technique and everything down at this point, that like it's still a sock. It's still a sock, right? I love this denim blue that I got. I think it's literally called like denim blue. I think this is the Cascade Heritage Farms yarn, that it's like 90% wool, 10% nylon or something like that. I don't like the feel of this like chunky part on my toe though. But honestly, it is a sock. So anyway, I finished this last night. I have not blocked it or washed it or anything. I think once I finish my second sock, I will block them both and try that both. But I know for the second sock, I will have a different approach to knitting this, as I have a lot more like patience and skill. I think as I was learning this, I was like, I just want this to be done. And so you can kind of see like mistakes and things that have been made. Oh my gosh, if my camera could focus, you can see like mistakes and things that have been made. There's a gap there, and there's just like some other gaps. Oh, here's another situation that I'm not a fan of, but it's the first one and I'm proud of it and I love it. For the second sock, I started knitting it in the second color that I bought, also from Cascade Heritage Farms, whatever it's called. So far, this is already so much better than the first sock. It's looking just so much better. That is my current knitting journey. This sock literally took over a month, and everyone knows that. Everyone knows my frustration with trying to knit this damn sock, but I am so proud of where it's landed. And I'm gonna do the second one in the second color that I have, and then I'm going to reevaluate from there what I like and didn't like after having this practice round, and then after doing another sock. Hopefully the second sock comes out so much more beautifully. I don't know, and then the second sock I'll know how like the heel turn and gusset is actually supposed to look with like the knit rounds. So I don't really care for the construction of this heel turn. It wasn't hard or anything, but I really do like the look of the German short row socks. So that might be the next sock pattern that I pick up, but I'm kind of addicted. I love that I can carry this around everywhere. because I was like, maybe I can like knit a sweater or something next. I want to be able to carry this around. So socks it is for now until I get tired of them. But anyway, that is everything that I'm currently reading. That is everything that I'm currently knitting. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next vlog. Bye.